Hey y'all, it's me, manipulative psychopath here. The definition of what psychopath to me is doing things and telling other people to do things without being clear with what your true motives are. I know it's kind of like an actual disorder, but I'm just simplifying it down, and I'm starting to realize that I do that a lot without even trying to do that. I ask people, um, to do things, tell them information that I only want them to know, act in ways that normal people wouldn't when it comes to being honest and open about communication. Usually, I'm never truly honest, even when I try to be. People, I feel like people don't understand what I am trying to say most of the time, or the motives that I have when I say the things that I want to. And when they do read between the lines, I feel like they realize that I'm a very cynical, negative person. Sometimes in subtle ways, they think I'm like insulting their intelligence. And this is a difference that I've realized when I'm in a new country. Like when in the old country, they usually don't call on. They don't understand subtlety, I suppose. But over here, people can read between the lines, and I find that kind of scary. Like I've been called out before by lecturers, classmates. I have friends, I guess. I think the reason why I'm never honest is because I do genuinely have not bad intentions, but it would make me look bad. I just think my true self is a little disgusting goblin who is into weird shit and does awful things when I'm alone. Sad things. And that's why I never show my true self. Besides that, I think I have a really bad potty mouth problem. Like, I say swear words way too much, sometimes even very offensive slurs. Obviously, not to people, but I do it in my own time and not even out of a prejudice for anyone. It's fun to say, it's guttural. And I think that's the difference between me and others. Like, I'm starting to realize the general populace, they think that words mean things, and there's a lot of language policing. But for me, words are very easy to just say. Maybe to me, like, actions matter more than words, a lot more. So the action of saying something means nothing in the end. But no, of course, other people have restraint and get affected by them because words are the way people communicate their true selves or something. I don't know. I think the conclusion is just I have a very loose connection with language and words, and I can say whatever I want, but don't have. People usually think words mean things when I don't. So yeah, I restrain myself in public. I have a persona. I don't show my true self, but kind of what scares me about myself is that even when I do find myself in a comfortable position with someone else, like I recently made a new friend, someone from an underclassman, and I realized my true self is also mean to him. Like, damn, can I just not be nice ever? I say things I don't mean, and I say mean things. Ain't that a bit of poetry? Um, he doesn't, hate me. Like, I'm trying to get to the point where we nudge each other's shoulder and, uh, make fun of each other in a very fun, friendly way. But we gotta, I should, actually respect him first, which I'm trying to do. I always do. Just it's hard because of my inner self. I can't control myself. One more thing. Actually, two more things. I'm befriending an underclassman, and I've started to realize my entire life I've befriended people first that are like younger than me or neurodivergent, so I can't even befriend people who are in the same age or are my peers because maybe I think I am less than them, or I am unable to keep up with them. But when it comes to neurodivergent people or people younger than me or just weirdo loners that don't fit with them either, I befriend them easier because they're usually a lot more open and accepting. I'm trying to sort of be in the middle ground, who's able to interact with other people, normal people, but I usually I can't befriend them, basically. I can't have that same relationship peers have with other peers, but I can with people who are quote unquote lesser than me. Maybe the issue is that I think I'm a normal person when I'm not. But yeah, I think that's like sort of a manipulative streak, for me, or another piece of evidence for that. One, okay, this is the actual last thing. I love psychopathic characters in media. They're kind of my favorite type of characters, especially ones that, like, besides their intelligence for manipulativeness, are the underdog and they're small and frail, but they're really evil on the inside. Like their actions mean a lot more than how you perceive them. Scarlett O'Hara from the movie Gone with the Wind, a classic epic romance from the 1940s about the Civil War. That one's a great example. She's just this teenage girl who has ulterior motives that she doesn't show to others, but because of the war, she became smarter and is able to manipulate people easier. But you know what? That's just an old example. Light Yagami anime, obviously. Oh yeah. Shoot, that one guy from Durarara, Izaya. Yeah, he's great and is kind of the best example of his actions uh affecting an entire city and in manipulative ways. That's cool. And he also has a interesting view on life. Sherlock, probably the most boring psychopath. Uh, and I think my favorite one as of recently is Dolly Levi from Hello Dolly, another classic musical. She is a manipulative person as well. She doesn't show off her ulterior motives, but her motives themselves are noble and are meant to help the people that she involves in her plan, which I think is great. And I think I'll make an entire video on her if that's not already released. And yeah, all of this is just, just showing off. I'm a totally evil person. I'm going to channel this part of myself into a web comic that has a little 8-year-old girl who throughout the story lies, cheats, and manipulates others to get what she wants. And I think that's gonna be super fun to make because it's just a part of me. This little 8-year-old girl is having, I'm expressing myself through her, at least a part of myself. I made that webcomic as well about my anxiety. Like I made another 8-year-old girl who explores how self-conscious I am about other people seeing me, basically. So yeah, I'm trying to express myself, bits of myself, parts of my personality in these comics that I'm making, basically. But I'm not gonna release them to the audience that's listening to this. Too personal, though. They do exist on the internet. I'm gonna make and release them. I'm just not saying tee hee hoo hoo. That's a part of me being manipulative. I will say this though. I'm currently alone in my room, recording myself talking, and that is probably the most honest that I will ever be. Like, this is the perfect state of affairs for me to be honest right now. Just, me alone, a microphone, and that's it. So that's how you know that I'm not emotionally manipulating you to pity me or whatever for being manipulative. I'm not playing any like 10-dimensional chess games right now. I'm just trying to be open about my true self. So there you go. Okay, thanks for listening. Consume everything. Goodbye.